Hello guys, welcome to the world. Al-Nassr. I'm happy. Going to play. We lost against Al-Ittihad on the Kings Cup. Now we have to pick ourselves. We're going to play against Al-Feiha at home. We must win this game. We are left with only 2 trophies. The Champions League 2 and this one, the Saudi League. We are number 1 on the league. We are number 1 in the league. We must continue the run. We must win this game and continue this thing. Behind us is Al-Taun. Al-Taun is going to play against Al-Qasiyah, but it doesn't matter. They're going to play against Al-Qasiyah. I expect us to win. They either going to win or draw. Al-Taun, for me, I think they're going to win or draw. I don't see Al-Qasiyah winning this game. Therefore, if they draw and then we win our game, the difference now is going to be 5 points. But Al-Hilal is going to play against Al-Shabab, another Riyadh derby. Al-Khaleej, Al-Ittihad, another tough game. There's a possibility this week that Al-Nassr will be clear between Al-Hilal and Al-Ittihad by either 9 points and 7 points or 6 points. So therefore, if Al-Ittihad lose against Al-Khaleej, the difference between that is going to be 11 points. If they draw, it's going to be 10 points. Right? Then Al-Hilal, if they draw, because I don't see them losing this game, but they can lose. It's a Riyadh derby. Al-Shabab is not an easy team and they've been playing well. They drew against playing with 10 men against Al-Ali. Now if they, therefore we're going to extend to 7 points. And Al-Taun lose or win or draw against Al-Khaleej is either going to be 6. We're going to be ahead of Al-Qasiyah by 6 or by 7 points, the same as Al-Hilal. So this is going to be it's going to be 7 or 6 points. 7 or 6 points. So we must continue. We must continue. We are doing well on the league. And for those who said we didn't play well against Al-Ittihad, no, when you look at my preview, I was talking, I expected Nawaf Al-Akidi. Actually, I said this after the game against Al-Ittihad, that I expected Nawaf Al-Akidi to start that game of Al-Ittihad. But not only Nawaf Al-Akidi, but I expected Sultan to start that match with Bushal or Yaya. But we then started Bushal and Yaya as our 2 wing backs. And both are left backs. So I realized something on that game. I realized that the coach, it seems like this coach is concentrating more, is interested on the league than the Kings Cup. Because what is it? How can you explain this? He put Brozovic on the bench and then play Angelo and Al-Khaibari as his 2 midfielders. No. I think he's concentrating on that. His number 1 goalkeeper didn't play the match. His best right back, because he realized he got only 1 right back. Because we have Malan, but we can't rely on him. He's 20-year-old. The next fixtures, we're going to play against Al-Feiha. After that, Neom FC, away to Neom FC. And then after that is an international break. Immediately after international break, Al-Khaleej And Al-Khaleej is on form. They just lost, I think, 1 or 2, and then they picked that Al-Khaleej. I think the game against Najma, that's the game we can say, no, that is going to be the easy game. But for that, we are not going to play Najma until we face Al-Khaleej. And Sahad, our player, is still injured. Our left back again is still injured. So when he decided to put Sultan, that's why I realized that it seems like the interest is on the league, more on the league. Of course, the interest must be more on the league, because we are not like Al-Ittihad. Al-Ittihad is behind us with 8 points. 8. There's no way they will close that gap. There's no way. If, of course, Al-Nassr was a smaller team, I will say they will close that gap. It's not going to be easy for Al-Hilal with 4 points to close that gap. Because for Al-Hilal to close that gap, Al-Nassr must lose and they must win. And that is not my football. So for him to put Sultana on the bench and play Bushal and Yaya at the same time taught me something. I realize now that it seems like we are concentrating more on the league than on King's Cup. I don't know, but we are favorites on 2 trophies. We are favorite on winning the Champions League 2, and we are favorite on the league. We are number 1 now. So we must be the favorites to win the league, which we will win the league. There's no way we can lose the league now, because in order for us to lose the league, we must lose against the small teams. From now, we're going to play against Al-Hilal come January, Al-Ali January, Al-Qatiya January, Al-Shabab January, Al-Ittifaq the 30th of December. So the intention must be to collect 3 points in each and every match until we meet Al-Hilal or Al-Ali. For the past, since they returned to the league, which is on 2024-2025, is it 2024-2025? No, 2023-2024. Al-Ali, they never won a match against Al-Nassr. They never. On the league, no. We drew last season and we won 2-3 the last match. Even this season, the beginning we drew 2-2 and they won on penalties. But 90 minutes, they never. It was the Super Cup. We drew 2-2 with them. So when you look at that one, you can realize that until we meet them, we can manage not to lose any game until we play against them. And we just, either we're going to win that game or withdraw. Either we're going to win that game or we'll draw that game. And then from there, we're going to play against Al-Qatiya. Al-Qatiya has been a stress. I mean, it was our stress last season because we lost 2 matches against Al-Qatiya. So if we can win the match against Al-Qatiya, we'll then go and play against Al-Hilal. And those who are threatened, most of people say Al-Hilal. No. Al-Hilal, since 2023 May, they never won any game against us on the league. Last season, 2024-2025, we drew against them 1-1 at home, and we won when we visit them at their stadium, 3-1. So the last game on 2024, that was the last game on 2024 against them. We won on 2024. We played 1-1. Of course, then when the beginning of the season, when we play a Super Cup, then they won on the Super Cup final. But they never on the league since 2024 May. Actually, we can say since 2023 because the return leg, it was on 2024 and we drew that game, and the next game we drew it again, and the last game we won 3-1 where Ronaldo scores a brace. So we can say we cannot be threatened by Al Hilal. We expect to win against Al Hilal or draw against Al Hilal. And Al Shabaab, since 2023, we've been keeping on winning the fixtures against Al Shabaab. So if we can keep this run until January, I can tell you now, the remaining 4 on January to close the first half of the season will determine the league, and will by that time be on a good position to say, now we must manage, instead of winning the games, we must manage these games so to push it until May and we win the league. So we're going to play against Al-Feiha, and next week we're going to play against Indonesia, away to Indonesia, but Al-Ittihad, Al-Ali and Al-Ittihad are going to play against each other. And this is the game we're going to play this season. When they play against each other, we're going to then increase or extend our points from where they are to a good position for us, so that we can position ourselves as the league winners soon. As soon, I think it's going to be around March, April. If they keep on playing like the way they are playing, and we keep the way we are playing, I think around March, this will be the end of the Saudi League. Around March, the beginning of April, it will be the end, because we'll be left by, let's say, maybe 14 games or 15 games. 14 games or 12 games, let's say. But 15, 14, 12 games, if you are ahead of Al-Hilal, Al-Ittihad, Al-Ali by 10, by 15 points by that time, then they will expect you to lose every game, and they win their games. And remember, they're going to play against each other on the second leg. We played against Al-Ittihad already, we won. We played against Al-Tawun, we won. So we played against Al-Fateh, and we won. Last season, it was not the same with Al-Fateh. On the last game, they won 3-2. This time, we won. We played against Al-Riyadh, we won. So our games of this half season, if we can keep on winning, then it will be the return legs and all of those things. By that time, of course, so many teams will be running from the relegation zone. Some they are qualifying for the AFC Champions League but I still believe that it's going to be Al-Nassr, Al-Hilal, Al-Ali. I mean, if you can look at it now, unless if Al-Tawun is going to shut everything. I thought it's going to be Al-Shabaab. I don't know. The journey is still on. This thing is still far, but Al-Tawun, the way they are positioning themselves now, it seems like they're going to be a problem. And remember, on 2023, 2024, 2025, Al-Tawun was that team which was playing for the Champions League too. So they are used to this thing, Al-Tawun. Of course, somewhere they're going to play against Al-Hilal. I think December. They're going to play against Al-Hilal, and then the beginning in January they're going to play against Al-Ittihad. But for now, the way they are running Al-Tawun, you can say we have done ourselves a good thing by playing them on the first game, and then we just won that game. But we can say we're going to play against Al-Feiha, but we're going to have a total different lineup compared to that last lineup where we lost against Al-Ittihad. But that lineup is not the lineup which is our first. We cannot say that. But we kept our 4 players. Of course. Actually, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Yes, we can say almost 7 players they played that match. Nawaf Al-Akidi, no. Sultan, yes. And then Brozo. So it's Brozo, it's Sultan, and Nawaf Al-Akidi. These 3. So they're going to be part of this match, the coming match of Al-Feiha. So I believe we're going to play with Nawaf Al-Akidi, and then we'll go with Sultan. Of course, we'll go with Sultan. I don't think we'll go with Yaya. I think we'll go with Bushal as a left back, and then Mohamed Simakan. I think he's going to. I think he will be back. I think he will be back. Someone, the person who's not going to be, I think is going to be Fahad Al-Nassr. But I think Mohamed Simakan, he was injured on that match, but I think it was just the muscle pull or something like that. But I think he's going to be back here. And then Inigo, of course, Inigo is playing every match. He's playing every match, Inigo. And it seems like they were exposing him on pace when we play against Al-Ittihad, but I don't think that was the problem. I think the problem, of course, it was between the exposure. I think we were exposed on the middle field. So I think the middle field was the problem. So if we're going to close on the middle field, which Brozo will be back, I was talking about this thing that, we don't have a player we can replace Brozo. That's where we have the problem. We have problems in 3 positions, or let's say 2 now. 2 positions. We have a problem on the person who's going to replace Mane and the one who's going to replace Brozo. Even if Mane is not playing well, because for me, Mane is not playing well. He's been like this for some few matches. Mane has been like this. He's a little bit inconsistent. So I'm thinking we don't have a replacement for Mane and we don't have a replacement for Brozo. We can have a player, of course, with Cristiano. We don't have any problem, because when you are talking about an injury-free player, you're talking about a Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not injured in many times. I always think when they say he's injured, he don't want to play that match. He don't want to play that match. I always think like that. If Cristiano, they say he's injured, I don't think he wants to play this match. But if really he wants to play the match, he's always available. He's always available. So and it seems like that thing now. If Kingsley Coman and Joao Felix, they can keep like that. They can study the fitness of Ronaldo. I think they're going to benefit a lot out of that, because when you need Cristiano, is always available. He will be available against Al-Feiha showcase. He's going to be available against Neo Messi, and he's gonna be available against Ireland for Portugal, against Ireland for Portugal against Armenia. That shows you how injury-free is this player. So if they can learn that, it's going to help them a lot. But Mane is not, most of the time, he's injury-free, Mane. So, of course, we're going to play Nawaf Al-Akidi. And then after that, we're going to play Mohamed Simakan and Inigo Martinez. Therefore, we are saying we're going to have Nawaf Al-Akidi, Sultan, Mohamed Simakan, Inigo Martinez, and I believe we're going to play with Bushal. I don't think we're going to play Yaya. I think we're going to play Bushal. And then after that, we will go with Khaybar and Brozo. I think maybe we will need the strength and to have the authority on our middle field. So I think we're going to go with Khaybari and Brozovic. And then of course we know our four our 2 wingers. Of course it's going to be Kingsley Coman and Sadio Mane. And then after that, we're going to have Joao Felix and Cristiano Ronaldo. On this game, I don't think we need to play something except 4-4-2. I think we're going to play 4-4-2. I think we're going to play 4-4-2. This has been a good marathon. I mean, when you talk about the league, we must forget about the game against Al-Ittihad. That game we have lost and it's done, and then we've moved on that game. But we have the good marathon, and I think we're going to continue like this, because of course all of our players are back except Sahat. But all of our players are back except Sahat, and I think 1 or 2 players. but not the number one, those who can say, except Sahad, one of the players who's going to be part of the starting lineup of this season. We are 18 points on the league, 6 games played, no loss, but we've scored a lot of goals. So we have how many goals? 21 goals in how many? 6 matches, and we considered only 2. So of course we're going to continue with that one. We will win this game, and then the game which is going to be tough, but I expect us to win that game, is against Newcastle because they will be at home. But against Al-Feiha, which Al-Feiha is a tough team. When you look at Al-Feiha, they played 8, they played 6. They won 2, they draw 2, and lose 2. So it's not easy. It's not easy. They have 8 points already on 6 games. So it's not easy. But thank you very much, guys. That's how we're going to play on Saturday, the 1st of November. Like the video, subscribe, and push that notification. Bye.